Welcome, cello players. This video is for students in Year 3 returning orchestra. Today we're going to review the new notes we learned in our lesson on page 36. Page 36 introduces our low notes on the C string. Let's turn to page 36 and walk through each of those new notes. I'll play through each song we circled just one time. But remember, our practice goal is to practice at least 4 days every single week. When you practice, you follow our practice checklist on our Google Classroom. Our practice checklist reminds us that practicing a song is not just playing each song one time. We need to repeat songs a few times in a row, or even just a small section of a song or group of notes to repeat in a row over and over and over to help us get it right. Another practice strategy is to slow a song down. Play it through super slow first to help you get the bowing and the fingering correct. Once you can play it through a few times slowly, then try speeding it up. Let's go ahead and look at number 144. Let's read C. This low note C is our open C string. You're going to need to use a lot of weight in your whole bow to get a good sound out of our C string. Let's go ahead and try song 144. 1, 2, ready, go. Nice job. I love the low resonating sound of our low C string. That's what makes the cello stand out and unique. Let's look at number 145. Let's read F. In order to play this F note, I need to place 4 fingers on my C string. That means I place my first finger on the first finger tape, second finger in between the 2 tapes, third finger on the third finger tape, and my fourth finger on the fourth finger tape. Remember, your hand should be in the shape of the letter C. You rest your thumb on the back of the cello, right about between the first and second tapes. And then you wrap your fingers around so you can come straight down on top of the strings. This C string is very thick, so it might be a little challenging to press it down with all 4 fingers at the start. Let's go ahead and play 145. Let's read F. 1, 2, ready, go. Nice job. Remember, when we switch between notes, we have to move our whole arm to follow our bow. When I put my bow on the low C string, this cello's a little bit small for me, but you're probably reaching more down like this. When I put my bow on the low C string and tip to the next string, the G string, I need to move my whole arm, including my elbow. If I only tip my bow with my wrist, then my bow is going to start tipping in really weird directions, and it's not going to create a good sound on our cellos. It's also going to bend our wrist, and if we have a bent wrist, that's going to weaken our sound because it'll weaken the amount of weight we can press on the string. So when you tip from string to string, make sure you lift your whole elbow and your whole arm as you move across the strings. Don't keep your elbow glued to the side of your body as you tip. Raise it up in the air as you go toward the A string and lower your arm as you go toward the C string. Let's try song number 146. Let's read E. This song requires us to put our 3 fingers on our C string. First finger on the first finger tape, second finger in between the tapes, third finger on the third tape. Here we go. Here's number 146. 1, 2, ready, go. Nice job. My fingers are a little bit tingly from pressing down this thick C string. If yours are too, that's normal. Let's look at number 147. Let's read D. For our D music note, we only need to press our first finger down on the low C string. Here we go, number 147. 1, 2, ready, go. Nice job. If any of those songs were challenging, especially at the end where it starts to change notes, go back and try playing them again. Remember, practicing a song does not mean playing it once. It means we repeat a song or a section of a song. Let's look at number 148, Side by Side. This song starts on our 4th finger F and walks all the way down to our open C. Do you see the half rest about halfway through the song? It's a little box that sits on top of the line. That's a half rest. And like a half note, that means we rest for 2 beats. Like a half note means we play for 2 beats. Over that half rest, we see a little apostrophe or a floating comma. That's a breath or a bow take. That means you reset your bow back at the frog for the second half of the song. You might need to play number 148 a couple times in a row to make sure you do the bow lift and count that rest for only 2 beats. Here's number 148. 1, 2, ready, go. Retake. Rest, rest. Excellent work. Don't forget, you can go back and replay these songs as many times as you need to, either by yourself or with me in the video. Let's look at song 149. This presents all the notes in our full C major scale. In order to play this song, we need to start with 4 fingers on our G string. Don't forget, when we tip our bows from the G string to the C string, your whole arm has to follow your bow hand. That way, we can keep a mostly straight arm all the way from your elbow through your wrist. Let's put 4 fingers on our G string and start number 149, C major scale. 1, 2, ready, go. Tip. Back up. Nice job. Did you remember to tip your arm to follow your bow? Let's go ahead and look at number 151. We're going to skip song 150. 151 introduces slow notes. That's our whole note. In order to play our whole note, it's a slow bow rather, sorry. A slow bow is needed to play a whole note because a whole note lasts for 4 whole beats. In order to hold my bow for 4 whole beats, I need to move it slowly. If I move my bow too fast, I'm going to run out of bow before my note is over. Let's try number 151, Slow Bows. This song starts on our note F, which is 4 fingers on our low C string. Here's number 151, Slow Bows. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up. Use your whole bow. Rest, 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 rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. Let's look at 152, Long, Long Ago. This is our challenge song for this week because it uses all the notes in our C major scale, and it uses different combinations of quarter notes for 1 beat, half notes for 2 beats, and whole notes for 4 beats. Watch out for the very last note in the song. In our very last note of Long, Long Ago, we see a whole note with a line connecting it to a quarter note. That's called a tie. Every time you see a tie between 2 notes that are the same, it connects those 2 notes together. So that means we need to hold our last note for 5 whole beats. 4 for the whole note and 1 for the quarter note. 5 whole beats. Let's go ahead and try number 152, Long, Long Ago. I'm going to play it through at our slow tempo first, then I'm going to play it through at a faster tempo to give you more of a challenge. Here's Long, Long Ago starting on our low C string. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Second line. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice job, you guys. Let's try that on a faster tempo. Here we go, starting on our low C string. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Second line. 2, 3, 4. 1, How'd you do? Did you remember to tip your whole arm when we tipped our bow from the C string to the G string? Did you remember to hold out our last note for 5 whole beats? If this song was easy for you at this tempo, then you're ready to move on to the songs at the bottom of the page, 153 through 155. That's all the time we have for today. I will see you at your next music lesson.